Picture this. You're standing in line at a coffee shop. In front of you is someone wearing designer clothes, holding the newest smartphone, and stepping out of a luxury car parked outside. Behind them is another person. Simple clothes, old car, nothing flashy. But here's the twist. The flashy person is drowning in debt. And the quiet one? They're worth millions. Welcome to one of the strangest truths about money. The people who look rich often aren't, and the people who are truly wealthy rarely look like it. Most people completely misunderstand how wealth actually works. They think wealth means visible success, expensive cars, luxury vacations, designer brands. But real wealth works differently. Real wealth is usually invisible. Let's talk about the biggest financial mistake most people make. When people start earning more money, they immediately upgrade their lifestyle. A better phone, a better car, a bigger house, more expensive clothes. Every raise becomes an excuse to spend more. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it quietly destroys wealth. Someone earning $100,000 a year can still be completely broke if they spend everything they make. Meanwhile, someone earning half that income might quietly become wealthy. Why? Because one person is trying to look rich while the other is trying to become rich after. Researchers who studied real millionaires discovered something surprising. Most of them live in normal neighborhoods. They drive practical cars, and they rarely show off their money. This approach is often called stealth wealth, and it works because of one simple rule. Wealth grows when money is invested, not displayed. Every dollar spent trying to impress people is a dollar that can't build your future. Let's look at the math. Imagine someone earning $60,000 a year but living like they earn $40,000. That leaves $20,000 each year to invest. Now imagine someone earning $100,000 a year but spending almost all of it. Their investment? Zero. 10 years later, the first person could have hundreds of thousands invested. The second person still looks successful, but nothing is growing behind the scenes. Income doesn't create wealth. The gap between income and spending does. But the real advantage of this strategy isn't just financial. It's psychological. When you consistently live below your means, you gain something incredibly valuable. Freedom. Freedom to leave a job you hate. Freedom to try something new. Freedom to take opportunities other people can't. Imagine a risky opportunity appears. Maybe a startup investment or a chance to start your own business. Someone living paycheck to paycheck can't take that risk. They're trapped by their expenses. But someone with savings, they have options. And those options often lead to the biggest financial breakthroughs. There is another hidden benefit to keeping your wealth invisible. It protects you. The moment people think you have money, expectations change. Friends assume you'll pay for things. Family members may ask for loans. Businesses may charge higher prices. Flashy wealth attracts attention, and not always the good kind. But when your wealth stays quiet, something interesting happens. People treat you normally. You avoid unnecessary pressure, and you stay in control of your financial life. Simple living also creates something most people overlook: mental clarity. Think about how much time people spend chasing expensive upgrades, researching luxury items, comparing the latest models, worrying about payments. All of that attention goes toward things that lose value. But when your lifestyle is simple, your focus shifts toward your career, your investments, your health, your relationships, and those things create far more value over time. Now, this doesn't mean you should never spend money. Real wealth builders aren't cheap. They're strategic. They avoid spending money on things that only create the appearance of success. But they invest in things that genuinely improve their lives, experiences, education, health, time with the people they care about. These things don't impress strangers, but they create long-term happiness and long-term wealth. The hardest part of this strategy is patience. You'll see people around you upgrading their lifestyles constantly. New cars, new gadgets, luxury vacations. And sometimes it may feel like you're falling behind. But many of those lifestyles are built on debt. And debt creates fragile success. One job loss, one financial crisis, one unexpected expense, and everything can collapse. But someone who has quietly saved and invested, they stay stable. They survive difficult times. And sometimes they even grow wealthier when others struggle. Here's the strange paradox of wealth. The more wealth people build, the less they feel the need to show it. Because once you understand the power of money working for you, spending large amounts on status symbols starts to feel unnecessary. Why spend $20,000 on something that loses value when that same money could grow for decades? True financial confidence isn't about proving anything to other people. It's about knowing you don't have to. Over time, people who follow this strategy develop an important skill. They become very good at spotting real opportunities, not hype, not trends, not flashy promises. They learn to focus on fundamentals, solid businesses, long-term investments, practical decisions, and that skill compounds just like money does. The world constantly encourages you to spend money to prove you're successful. But the people who actually become wealthy usually do the opposite. They stay quiet, they stay patient, and they let time do the heavy lifting. Because real wealth isn't about looking rich today. It's about building a life where money works for you tomorrow. So the next time you see someone driving an old car or living in a modest home, don't assume they are struggling. They might simply understand a financial strategy most people never learn. And that quiet strategy might be exactly what builds their future.